Google is getting ready to completely change the business world with the new AI they've been working on. It's called Gemini. This is really next-level stuff. It is competing with ChatGPT and mighty GPT-4 in terms of being able to understand and create natural words. You won't want to miss this, so make sure you read the whole video. Now, what's Gemini all about? This is Google's most recent work on a big language model. This is what it's called in full, Generalized Multimodal Intelligence Network. Also, it's this really strong AI system that can handle a lot of different kinds of data and jobs at the same time. Text, pictures, sounds, videos, and even 3D models and graphs are all fair game. And the jobs like answering questions, summarizing, translating, captioning, figuring out how people feel about something, and so on. Now here's the deal. The Gemini sign has more than one type. It's a whole group of models. Everyone is working together to get the best results possible. Alright, now how Gemini works. In short, Gemini has a brand new design that combines two main parts. Two different types of encoders and decoders. It is the job of the encoder to turn different kinds of data into a language that the decoder can understand. This is when the algorithm steps in, depending on the encoded inputs and the job at hand, making outputs in different ways. For example, let's say the input is a picture. The job is to come up with a caption. The encoder would turn the picture into a vector that holds all of its information. After that, the decoder would make text that describes the picture. There are a few things that make Gemini stand out from other big language models, like GPT-4, that make it especially useful. To begin, it is more flexible. It doesn't need any special models or fine-tuning to be able to handle any dataset or job. It can also learn from any topic and set of data, not just the ones that are already labeled or put into categories. Other models that have to deal with multiple modalities separately use more memory and computing power. This model only needs to deal with one modality. There is also a distributed training method used, which means that many devices and servers can be used to speed up the learning process. One of the best things about Gemini is that it can handle bigger data sets and models without slowing down or losing quality. I think that's pretty cool. If we talk about size and complexity, one of the most common things people look at to measure a large language model is its parameter count, right? To put it simply, parameters are numbers that give the model its learned knowledge and let it make guesses and write text based on the information it is given. In general, having more parameters means that there are more ways to learn and make correct and varied outputs. That being said, having more factors also means you need more memory and processing power to train and use the model. Now, GPT-4 has 1 trillion parameters, which is 6 times more than GPT-3.5's 175 billion parameters. GPT-4 is now one of the biggest language models ever made because of this. It can also produce new and different outputs that aren't limited by current data or templates. To give you an idea, Gemini could make new pictures or videos from written descriptions or sketches. It could also use pictures or sounds to make up stories or songs. Now let's talk about how it does jobs that are longer and more varied than GPT-4, but not exactly smarter than it. Okay, let me show you some. Gemini can answer questions in more than one way. So where does this leave us in terms of the future of AI? With this multimodal approach, I think it's pretty clear that Google will give GPT-4 and maybe even GPT-5 a real run for their money in the coming years. With this, we can also expect more apps and services that use Gemini's features to give users better experiences and answers. For example, we might see more personalized assistants that can understand and talk back to us in more than one way, or we might see more creative tools that can help us come up with new material or ideas in more than one way. Okay, that's what I think about Google's Gemini. To be clear, I'm not a crazy Google fan or anything. Just giving my thoughts based on what I've learned from reading, researching, and observing. I hope you liked the video. If you want to see more like them, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.